And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron, and the sister of Tubal-Cain was Nema. Genesis 4 verse 22. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain. Thought by many to be the same with Vulcan, his name, and business agreeing, for the names are near in sound. Tubal-Cain may easily pass into Vulcan, and who, with the heathens, was the god of the smiths, and the maker of Jupiter's thunderbolts, as this was an artificer in iron and brass, as follows verse. His name is compounded of two words, the latter of which was no doubt put into his name in memory of Cain his great ancestor. The former Josephus reads Thobal, and says of him, that he exceeded all in strength, and had great skill in military affairs. An instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. He taught men the way of melting metals, and of making armor and weapons of war, and other instruments, for various uses, out of them, and he seems to be the same with the Chrysa of Sanconia though, for he says of them, Agrius and Halias, were begotten two brothers, the inventors of iron, and of working of it. One of these, called Chrysaor, is said to be Hephaestus or Vulcan, and Chrysaor, as Bocardus seems rightly to conjecture, is, Chorishur, a worker in fire, that, by means of fire, melted metals, and cast them into different forms, and for different uses, and one of these words is used in the text of Tubal-Cain, and so, according to Diodorus Siculus, Vulcan signifies fire, and was not only the inventor of fire, but he says he was the inventor of all works in iron, brass, gold, and silver, and of all other things wrought by fire, and of all other uses of fire, both by artificers and all other men, and therefore he was called by all, fire. Clemens of Alexandria ascribes the invention of brass and iron to the Idaeans or priests of Cybele in Cyprus, and so Sophocles in Strabo. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Nema, whose name signifies pleasant, fair, and beautiful, and is thought by some to be the Venus of the heathens. The Arabic writers say she was a most beautiful woman, and found out colors and painting, and by others Minerva, and Josephus says she excelled in the knowledge of divine things, and Minerva is by the Greeks called Nemanuum. The Jews say she was the wife of Noah, and some of them say she was the wife of one Shimron, and the mother of the evil spirit Asmodeus, mentioned in Tobit, and of whom other demons were begotten. The Targuru of Jonathan adds, she was the mistress of lamentation and songs. But our Bishop Cumberland conjectures, that she was the wife of Ham, was with him in the ark, and after the flood was the means of leading him into idolatry. What led him to this conjecture was, that he observed in Plutarch, that the wife of Cronus, the same with Ham, is by some called Nemoz, which brought Nema to his mind. Josephus makes the number of children Lamech had by his two wives to be 77.